The year is 1952, a time of rebuilding and reflection. The city is Leningrad, still showing the deep scars of a terrible war that had ended just a few years earlier. Among the crowded apartments and tough times after the war, a young Vladimir Putin grows up surrounded by the echoes of conflict and resilience. These hard streets, filled with stories of survival and struggle, would shape the future leader's view of the world and his place in it. Putin, a small but determined boy, learned early on to fight for what he wanted, developing a toughness that would serve him well in the years to come. School presented a different kind of challenge, one that required discipline and focus. Putin was a good student, always eager to prove himself and excel in his studies. He was smart and eager to learn, often immersing himself in books in the pursuit of knowledge. He loved to read, especially history books and stories about powerful people, drawing inspiration from their lives and achievements. He loved learning, but he also felt a deep sense of patriotism, often listening to stories of Russia's great past and its heroes. His life took a significant turn when he joined the KGB, the Soviet Union's powerful and secretive intelligence agency. The KGB demanded complete loyalty and unwavering dedication from its agents. It trained Putin to be watchful, strategic, and clever, honing skills that would become crucial in his future endeavors. He learned how to control information, to discern truth from lies, and to use secrets as powerful weapons in the game of power. These early experiences, from the tough streets of Leningrad to the secretive offices of the KGB, were instrumental in shaping Putin's character and worldview. He became disciplined, secretive, and deeply patriotic, traits that would define his leadership style. These traits would not only define his leadership, but also change the course of Russia's future, leaving an indelible mark on the nation's history. The world watched in surprise as the powerful Soviet Union fell apart. The once mighty empire, which had been a dominant force in global politics, was crumbling before everyone's eyes. For many, it was a time of hope and uncertainty. People were filled with dreams of a better future, yet they were also anxious about what lay ahead. But for Putin, working in East Germany as a KGB officer, it felt like an earthquake. The ground beneath his feet was shifting, and the world he knew was disappearing. The empire he promised to serve, the thing that gave him his identity and purpose, was disappearing. The Soviet Union's collapse was not just a political event, it was a personal crisis for him. This time changed Putin forever. It was a period of deep reflection and transformation for him. The chaos and shame of Russia's decline made him resent the West. He saw the West as the architect of Russia's humiliation. He saw the economic problems and political trouble that followed. The country was in turmoil, and the people were suffering. During these difficult years, Putin's ambition grew. He began to see himself as the person who could restore Russia's greatness. He returned to Russia trying to figure out who it was. The nation was in a state of identity crisis, struggling to transition from communism to democracy. Changing from communism to democracy was hard. The people faced numerous challenges, from economic instability to political corruption. There were money problems and political uncertainty. The new Russia was a land of opportunity and chaos. This instability helped ambitious people like Putin. He saw the chaos as a ladder, a chance to climb to power. He saw a chance to rebuild Russia and make it powerful again. His vision was clear, a strong, resurgent Russia. Putin's KGB background, once a problem in the new Russia, became helpful. His skills in intelligence and strategy were invaluable. His skills in politics, his understanding of power, and his strong will helped him rise. He was determined to make his mark. The fall of the Soviet Empire wasn't the end for Putin. It was a new beginning, a chance to forge his own path. It was the start of his own quest for power, a journey that would reshape Russia and the world. Back in his hometown, now called St. Petersburg, a city rich in history and culture, Putin began to navigate the complex and often treacherous waters of post-Soviet politics. Putin was skillful in the messy world of post-Soviet politics. He quickly became known as someone who knew what he was doing, a man who could get things done efficiently and effectively. His ability to maneuver through the chaotic political landscape was unmatched. Earning the trust of important people in the city, he rose quickly, both because he was good at his job and because he could be ruthless when necessary. His KGB connections, once viewed with suspicion, became very useful. He understood how power worked, the importance of loyalty and control. Putin built a group of trusted friends, many from his time in intelligence. These loyal people would help him gain more power. creating a network that would be crucial for his future ambitions. In 1996, Putin got an important call to go to Moscow. President Boris Yeltsin, struggling with alcohol and a weak economy, needed someone he could trust. Putin, known for getting things done and being discreet, was perfect for the job. His new role as head of the FSB, the new KGB, put him at the center of power in Russia, giving him unprecedented access to the inner workings of the government. Putin's rise was incredibly fast. In just a few years, he went from a mid-level intelligence officer to the right hand of the president. Yeltsin, a man who didn't trust easily, trusted Putin. This shows how clever and ambitious Putin was. Everything was in place for an amazing transfer of power. His strategic mind and ability to stay under the radar made him the ideal candidate to take over the reins of the country. The stage was set for Putin to become one of the most powerful men in Russia, and indeed, the world.